All right, boys and girls, we are back, and I'm excited to say I have the code for the radio. So hopefully it works. Let's see what we got here. So put the key in. It's gonna say safe, right? Oh, I turned it off. There it is. Now it says safe right there. So we're gonna hold these two. So I'm gonna pull up a number screen. You can see right there. Enter our code, and then 7, and then hold these two again, and then let go, and on. Oh nope, did I do it wrong? This is the wrong code. Oh no, oh no, hold on. All right, let's try this again. So I'm gonna hold these two, unless I have the wrong code, which maybe. I'm gonna try and cycle through this one and go back to 1. Maybe that'll be it. 0 and 1, and then 1, 1, and then 7 here. I'm gonna hold this again. Should say learn. Still saying safe. And it gave me a 2 right there, so that's my second attempt. I don't know, I'm assuming I have the wrong code. I gave them my serial number for this actual radio, but I'm guessing it's the wrong code. Well, I'm doing it wrong, but I watched the videos and it's the same as my last radio, so I don't know. Well, that sucks. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this radio out real quick and make sure the serial number that's actually stamped on the radio is the same as the one that's in this booklet. I can't see why it'd be different, but maybe somehow it got like swapped. If I can even get it out of there. Get out of there. So there's a serial number right here. This is the one I gave them, which I would assume that's for this car. I mean, I couldn't imagine why it wouldn't be for this car, but I want to double check, make sure that matches that. All right, so radio is out. We have our serial number right there, and also on top you can see VWZ2Z2R, VWZ2Z2N. Yep, that's totally different. So Z2R, where this one says Z2N, and the last 3 are 546, and this one is 900 and 900. So maybe I just missed the code on here somewhere. I didn't see it, but maybe I just missed it. I'm gonna pull it out all the way and check the back again. Maybe I missed it somewhere. We shall see. But this serial number does not match this serial number. So I'm not sure if this book was just put in the car or what it's from, but at some point either this was swapped or this is wrong. One of these two isn't right for this car. But now I'll send this number in if I can't find the code on here. I'll try that. Maybe it's, no, that's not it. All right, let's continue. Learn from my mistakes. Even if you have a radio booklet with the radio card and the serial number, always pull your radio out and make sure the code on it matches what you have, and you send this exact serial number in. Otherwise, you'll have the wrong code. All right, so look at the radio. You can see the factory sticker here and also the serial number engraved into the metal there. Also on the top, but I'm not seeing a sticker with a code. Now on the back side here, there's 2 small stickers with 2 different 4-digit codes. I'm not sure why I would have 2 different 4-digit ones. There's also one over here under that. That is also different from these 2. So I have 3 different 4-digit codes. I can't imagine it'd be any of those ones, but maybe. I'm just gonna send the correct one to Nick again and then get the code, because I don't see it quite on here, but now we know. So I sent Nick the code and now we just wait. So you guys know, I was saying before that I really wish I got to speak to the previous owner of this vehicle to just get the story behind it, why it ended up in here. Was it like broken, or you just leaving and the car had to go? But I did get the registration for the car, and on the turn-in slip, the notes down here, it says engine okay, trans okay, but the one note it has, it says the car won't start. Now obviously you guys have seen, and you have heard many times, this car starts up no problem, and when it has fuel, it runs fine, doesn't shut off, so there's no issues there. So I'm not sure what this this no start issue is about. Maybe it's resolved itself, but you guys know, the Savoy also had a 1.8 with an engine that like to just turn off randomly or not start. So me and the 1.8s just don't have a good track record. For whatever reason, they just don't like me, we don't get along. This one's been okay so far, but that's why the engine just needs to, it's gonna go. Like I said, for right now, I wanted to just run properly so I can move the car around once it's home, but the 1.8, it has to go. But it's cool that I at least got the notes from the car from before to see that it was running okay, but it just says it won't start, which is kind of weird, but I don't know.
2 hours later.
So I don't know what it is, but things with this car have just worked out so weirdly smooth. Like, I got the Jetta a while back for the 1.8T swap. I didn't know I was gonna put it in, and then this car comes out of nowhere. I'm like, okay, maybe we'll put the engine in this car, but my 1.8T is still automatic. I need a trans, all that kind of stuff. Then today we get a wrecked Golf that come in, a US spec Golf comes in. The back end's all trash, but this car is a 1.8 turbo. Now it is a 2000, so it has the older AWD engine code, which is, my AWP is better than that one. So I didn't want the engine, but the car was a manual. So I was like, man, my swap just comes rolling in. So I bought the trans and stuff out the car. So now we have a 1.8 turbo engine, the AWP. I now have a full 5-speed swap. We have the shifter, we have the clutch, all the hardware, trans, everything. And this car even had an ECS tuning flywheel in it, fairly new Sachs clutch, and then the only name I see on this one is MGS, but I'm not sure that's an upgraded pressure plate or like factory. I was able to get in the car and start it and go through all the gears. They do work no problem. The clutch felt very good, all the engagement felt good. But I said the back of the car was wrecked, so it was gonna get crushed anyways, but it had a full manual swap just waiting for me. So it's been kind of funny like how things are working. So it's looking like we're gonna do the 1.8T swap into this car. I mean, the pieces are just kind of like falling into place, which is crazy. Again, we can't start it until the Savoy is done, which I'm gonna order a new clutch this coming week, so that'll get taken care of, and the Savoy should be running hopefully February. I'm shooting for February, so next month, which isn't like a day, but the Savoy should be running next month, and once that car is good to go, we can start on this thing. But I can't believe this car came in, and again, I didn't want the engine out of that car. It did run fine, but it was the older, less horsepower one, so I rather just pull a swap, match that with my AWP, and then go from there. I'll probably have Matt from Eurocraft make me another harness to go from Mark III to Mark IV again, but I don't know. I was just like, I cannot believe this came in. I didn't film any of it because I was going kind of quick, but I spent the past like hour or so pulling it out. It wasn't too hard to do, and now we have a full 5-speed swap for the Pink Floyd. How crazy is that? Like I said, the clutch, it's fairly new. I went through all the gears. The thing felt good. No grinds, no weird noises. I have all the axles and all the hardware. What a awesome score. How cool is that? Now, I still don't have the code for my radio, but this isn't bad. So once we get started actually on this build, it'll be kind of similar to how the Savoy is going, partnering with Fabulous Manufacturing yet again to do their 1.8T mount kit for the Mark III. That way the Mark IV engine fits in the Mark III. That's like factory and everything's perfect right where it should be. And then again, working with Matt from Eurocraft, who made the harness for the VR5, having another harness made for this car, so it goes from Mark III fuse box to Mark IV connectors, and everything's perfect. And then I've been kind of brainstorming a bunch on how I actually want to do like the color scheme for the engine. On the Savoy, we did the wrinkle black, the silver, and the paint match intake manifold, which I think looked really good and perfect for that car. But on this one, I think I want to kind of incorporate all the Pink Floyd colors, like the light green, the tealy kind of color, the darker kind of purple, and do all those colors onto the engine as best as possible. I don't want to overdo it, but I want you to know like that is a Pink Floyd based like engine. I think it'll go good with the car and make a cool little touch for it. And then inside the car, what I'm thinking is you obviously got to keep the Pink Floyd seats in the Pink Floyd car. That's a must. But these base model seats just don't really do it for me. I don't like how flat they are. The sports seats are a bit better. They have more bolstering, but I'm thinking we do this fabric in the center of a Mark III Recaro seat, so you have all the nice bolstering. The seats look way better. And then for the Recaro, that's me stitched right here, we do kind of like this, like a light green, do some purple, do some yellow, with each letter being a different color. I think that would be epic seats for this car. Now I know the Savoy is not even done yet, and we are getting way ahead of ourselves for this car, but it's fun to kind of sit back and kind of brainstorm the ideas you want to do. And I think kind of running with the Pink Floyd theme and doing the paint on the engine to kind of match Recaro based Pink Floyd seats would be super cool. Maybe even changing the color of the dials to like the Pink Floyd colors. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do with this car based off the Pink Floyd stuff, and I think once we get around to it, if I can get everything done, this car will be a really cool build. Granted, the car as it is right now is a super cool car, very, very cool color, has all the cool details, but we're gonna make it much cooler. I still can't believe I got this entire swap today. Like, that's so crazy. Like I said, I had the 1.8T Jetta before I even left for Florida, and I was thinking the entire time, what do I want to put that engine in? And then this car comes along, and then this comes along. It's just like, it's meant to be. All right, so as funny as it is, this car is obnoxiously loud. Kind of over it. So I'm gonna put on the lift real quick and see if I can't find just a piece of pipe and this hose clamp and fix the giant gap it has right now, because well, this right here It's fun for a minute, but I'm kind of done with it. I'm also happy to say we got power steering, boys. She works so much nicer. God, this car is so loud. Oh, God, it's deafening. All right, well, that right there is our issue, but it looks like we just need a small piece of pipe. Just connect this and we can finally quiet this thing down, because my goodness, it is too loud. This just open blast pipe can't be going on anymore. But other than that, this car looks fairly clean underneath. The boots aren't all torn. The rack actually looks pretty clean. Look at that. Hold on, let me put a light real fast. This thing's fairly clean. A little rust up there on the lines, but fairly clean for a 94. And again, this car only has 122,000 kilometers on it, so not too many miles, but it's not bad. Now granted, all these parts will go away anyway, but still definitely not bad. Not bad, not bad. It's raining, this weather sucks. There's a couple spare ones in here. I have this one. That might be honestly perfect to have that one. There's a couple that are just kind of like laying around. So one, I think this might work though. This might be perfect. All right, so let's see. Oh, that's much. Okay, that one's a bit too long. So if I cut it over here, it's still gonna hit the cat portion. So that one's a bit too long. I mean, honestly, I just need a piece of pipe to go through, but I'll just try and find a different one. All right, so this one here is gonna be the move, because it has pipe on this side and pipe on that side. I'm gonna go through and cut here, like right here where it's a little bit wider, so this side should fit into right here, and then clamp that side, and then cut over here, and then clamp it as well. And we should be good to go, and no more obnoxiously loud race car. So I don't wanna brag, but this right here is some high quality exhaust work. We have a clamp, we have the clamp. I'm pretty sure this cast off a Mark IV, I think. This thing is as sturdy as ever. That's what I'm talking about. High quality exhaust work by yours truly. All right, boys and girls, moment of truth. Did we fix it? I know it looks good down there, but did we actually quiet her down? I sure hope so. Better. Definite exhaust leak. I didn't have any like fire gum to put in there, but it's better. It's definitely a lot better. So it's definitely not perfect, but this is a million times better. I can talk normally again. I'm not screaming to the camera. This is so much better. Now, once the car's at home and I have to move it around before we actually do the engine swap, the car's not crazy loud, getting me in trouble with the neighbors, because I feel like I've had a lot of loud cars at home, but this car was just crazy loud, and this is probably the one to get me in trouble. So now, much quieter, much better. Oh yeah, this is a million times better. I love it now. This is where the manual swaps will stay until it's ready to go in the car, which hopefully isn't too long. It's kind of funny, the only thing I actually had planned for today was to actually fix the radio, and that didn't work. But we have a manual swap for the 1.8T now, which is sick, and the exhaust and the Golf is mostly fixed. It's better. Hope you guys enjoyed. Do not forget, be thankful for every single day. See you guys next time. Peace.